Hey Crafty friend, it's me, Justine Dvorak. I hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to do something that I've never done before, which is making a light up card, and it's going to be super easy. Trying to be punny here with the EZ light from Pear Blossom Press. So I am so excited. Let's jump right into this. By the way, the lights are on sale on the Spellbinders website for $2 for 15 or $5 for $29. So here's just the process. Let's just dive right into it. I also pulled in some foam sheets, and these are full sheets that I've cut down to be an A2 size. So I have already got my little light there, and then if you can see my card base in the middle, just check out this light, by the way. Ta-da! Oh, I love that. Anyway, the card base down on the bottom there, I die cut out a little window for the battery to go in because I want to be able to have this card get the battery changed as it is used and not have the battery die, so the recipient will be able to change the battery. And the overall concept of this card is to have the light coming from the lighthouse. So that is the goal here. You can see my little window there. I die cut that out with a nesting die. I will have that nesting die linked in the description. But these Pear Blossom Press lights are super duper easy to use. They just take one battery and you can change it out if you put that little window in. I think the battery is called a CR 2016. It's a 3-volt battery. So I will just say disclaimer, you're using electricity and paper, so if there's any mishaps, just know that, but these lights are really, really easy to use. So I'm just going to go ahead and put down some double-sided adhesive and just put it on my little window back here. I'm going to take the battery out for now, just because I don't really want to waste it. I'm a kind of a saver gal, so there's that. But the idea with this card is to have the light come from behind the lighthouse. So to do that, I'm going to be popping holes in things, and I'm using Dawn Wholesale's new collection from Spellbinders called Fair Winds, and I am featuring the one that's called Guiding Light, and that is the die that has the lighthouse. And then, let's see, I think I'm also adding in from that, the waves are from the set Sail, which comes with the sailboat. I have really, really loved her collection here. I have gone to town on some of the stencils. So that video will be coming on my channel later this week. So if you're into stencils, stay tuned. Okay, back to the card. I'm going to just go ahead and tape these little lights together just so they're not moving around. The nice thing about these lights are the Easy Light has 3 lights that come with it. Now I want all 3 of those lights to come from behind the lighthouse, so I'm taping mine together. But I have noticed a whole bunch of different people using these lights and putting the lights in different spots. So maybe you have fireflies and you want 3 of them to light up. Or if you have a cityscape, you can have 3 lights coming. Or you could even go double duty and do 2 of these lights and have 6. But can you see here? I was all excited to use my hole punch, and guess what? It's too shallow. So I'm going to end up taking my tool-in-one and just punching through that hole with some foam behind it. And then punching through and moving it around, and then I decide, that's just not big enough. I want to make sure all the light can come through that can, so I just push my little scissors in there and have a hole. So if I'm going to have the layers be the card base and then foam, blue paper or cardstock, I'm also going to need some holes in my foam. So what I'm going to do is line up the hole that I have on my cardstock, use a pencil, and just put a dot where I need my foam to have holes. So I'll just mark it there, and then I'll do the same on this part. Then what I'm going to end up doing is taking my scissors and cutting through that area and just giving it a big hole, basically, for the light to shine through. Now going back on this card and reflecting as I'm doing the voiceover for this video, if I had to do this again, first of all, I would just use a die cut to make that hole. So like a circle die from my stash, nothing fancy. It doesn't even have to be a circle. It could be any shape, because this will be covered up with the blue paper, but you do need a hole for all the light to go through. So I end up taking my scissors and just kind of hacking away at this area. But like I said, a die would do the job a lot quicker and probably a lot cleaner. So I'm just going to speed this area up in the video so we are moving right along. The next thing that I'm going to do is go to my kitchen and pull out a little something that I've noticed people using for these light up cards. Now, I don't think it's right to credit one person because I saw several people doing this. So I don't know whose original idea this was, but it was not mine. I saw several people using foil. Now this is just going to go behind where the light is, and I tried to kind of crinkle it up for more surface area, but then I flattened it. I don't know. Just put foil behind where the light is going to be. Again, I'll pull up my pencil and mark it. As long as the foil is behind the light, it will help reflect the light toward the viewer. So again, I don't know who did it, but I'm going to do it on my card here. So we'll just use some craft tape and tape it down. Then I need to find my spot again, so I'm going to mark it again. And I'm just going to cut away any of those little frayed areas just so it's a nice hole. I don't want to go too big there because that will be behind my lighthouse area. Now to put on my easy light, I again am just going to grab some of my craft tape. I know, I've been using this craft tape a lot. I haven't done a haul video in a while, but I did grab the acrylic tape dispenser. I think that's the official name for it. And that tape dispenser is so handy dandy. So I really like doing that because I can hold whatever I'm doing with one hand and to get a piece of tape with just one hand. So it kind of gives me an extra hand. Okay, now these foam sheets are from Amazon. They were nothing fancy. I did use my Spellbinders guillotine trimmer and just chop them down to be A2 sized. Oh, this just makes my skin crawl. I messed up. So I'm just gonna reposition it. I had to make sure my foam was nice and straight, and it wasn't at first, so, ooh, but it's gonna be fine. Stay with me. Okay, there we go. I have all those wires there. I'm gonna hide that behind the door. Now this is the second thing that I would recommend doing. If you're gonna put foam there, do some of the, what's that called? Anti-static powder on the foam, because it is super sticky and the anti-static makes the stick go away. Looking back at this, I should have taken another small die and die cut the foam where the window is. I did leave a little bit of a bump on my finished card. I don't really think it matters that much, but if I were to give you the best advice about what I would do next time, that's certainly what I would do. So die cut out the hole in the foam by the light and die cut out a hole down by the light switch area. That way everything will be super, super flat with the foam having kind of area for things to be. Okay, that was my second piece of foam, and now the moment we've all been waiting for. Not really, because that's going to be the light up spot, but this cardstock covering it all, and then I'm going to press the button. First I'm going to put the battery in, of course. And come on girl, there we go. I'm really loving this card. I'm having trouble not just sitting and playing with it, and I cannot wait to use this card. I probably will be using this as a card for probably Father's Day. Don't tell my dad. My dad does watch some of these videos, so Dad, sorry to spoil your surprise, but I don't know. This is going to come out right before Father's Day, so maybe he won't have time to watch it. Look at that. I love that little light. Oh, it looks so cool. At the end of the video, I will show you some pictures of what it looks like in the dark. It looks super spooky and cool, and I love it. Okay, speaking of more things I love. Oh, look at that. Get out. Okay, well, as I go ahead and arrange all of my little die cuts here, I do want to mention I'm pulling in a few different things from the Tunnelscapes collection. But first, before I talk about that, check out this card I made, also with Dawn Holsagel's set. On this one, I used the Oh Buoy, which looks like Oh Boy, and made a cute little pop-up Father's Day project. Now this pop-up is very, very easy to construct. It was a club item from last year. I believe it is still on the website. If it is, I will have that linked right in the description of this video, so you can go ahead and check it out. But this would be really cute as a card too. So you don't have to make a pop-up if you're not interested in doing that. You can certainly make a pop-up of your own just with some unique folding techniques, but I really do like the way that that turned out. So it's kind of nautical and fun with the two little seagulls there. Okay, now the die cuts that I pulled in from this collection were also from the Tunnel Clouds from Spellbinders and Vicky. Now I used the clouds, the Tunnel Clouds from Vicky. I grabbed that actually in the Weekender, so that came right away to me. You can see I used the black and the gray on the left there to make the Tunnel Clouds, and then I also grabbed the moon from that set and the clouds from that set to just add a little extra oomph to the background. This would be really cool to use maybe some white pigment ink and make some clouds with some stencils. But I really like these bouncy clouds, and I thought that they looked really cute with the Tunnel Clouds frame all around. And then I also have, you can kind of see on the bottom there, a little stamp sentiment, and that came from the Fair Winds Sentiment set that came with the Fair Winds collection. So I die cut that out with the coordinating die and used white embossing powder with some clear embossing ink, and oh, that looks so cute. Now before I put my little frame on, I wanted to go ahead and use a stamp that is also from Spellbinders to make a little button, if you will, to press it. Now I wanted to have it go right on the Tunnel Clouds, but it did not work out. So I ended up just making a little circle that said press with that stamp, and then I'm just going to glue it on. And it's just fine. So if you ever mess up, just don't be afraid to keep going. Okay, now let's finally finish this one off with adding the frames around. And look at that dramatic look. Oh, I just love the way that this turned out. And then let's press the press button, and ta-da, we have light. Oh, that looks so cool. So you can see it is a little bit of a door there. I will just put a fresh piece of craft tape on there. You can see the wires. I'm sure when I give this to my dad, he's going to be wondering how you did this. So maybe I will write in the card, watch this video, so he can find out how I made it. But these lights make it really easy to not even have to be an electrician to make a light up card. So there you go. Look how easy it is to change the battery. So if you sit there and play with it, it is easy peasy to change the battery. I did it in seconds. Look at that. Oh man. Ta-da! That was so fun to make. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you've ever used the Easy Light before, I'd also love to know, and I would love for you to share your projects with me on the Facebook Maker group. this Facebook group called Spellbinders Maker Group. It's a group that is on Facebook for all things Spellbinders. So look how cool that looks in the dark. Anyway, share your projects with me and you can get inspiration from lots of others as well. We're almost at 10,000 members. Maybe by the time this video goes up, we'll be at that. We're going to do some giveaways at 10,000. So be excited and thank you for watching today. We'll see you next time. Bye, Crafty friend. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.